Hi, today I want to talk to you about how to create a custom comprehension check. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Assess and Teach. From there, we're going to Assessment and then Comprehension Checks. Once here, it automatically defaults to your grade level, but since I am in a demonstration account, I get to see all of the grade levels, but you do have access to all the grade levels when you click on this grade level button. So today we are just going to look here at a set of fourth grade lessons. So if you are in here and you notice that you have the two versions of the assessments, if you go through and start looking at this and decide, you know what, some of these questions are not ones that I want to ask my students. So for instance, maybe you just didn't like how this one was. So what you want to do is you're going to exit out of this and exit here. And instead of checking over here, we're going to go up and create a custom comprehension check. So we're going to click on Create Custom. The lessons that I was choosing is in the fourth grade. Once you choose that, you follow the green arrows through. Next, I was looking at comparing whole numbers. And maybe I also want to include in my lesson rounding whole numbers. So I'm going to select both of these. I just want a little longer quiz to assess my students. Also notice here you can switch between your A version and your B version. You'll notice I have two quizzes selected, and I'm going to go ahead and put the arrow through. You could just choose one. I'm just showing you how you can also choose multiple quizzes at the same time. So as I go through here, you notice that there are 10 questions right now in the quiz that I am making. And I remembered that as I went through here, I believe it was maybe question 2 that I just didn't really like for my students. We can remove this question by unchecking it. Also in this mode, notice how we can preview all the questions and see if we like them. Any question that we do not like, we can uncheck. So I'm just going to kind of look at a couple more questions. And when I'm looking at maybe this rounding one, I decide that I also do not like this question. So again, I will uncheck it. You can add questions by checking them back in or unchecking them. So now you'll notice this quiz is 8 questions. If you want to preview the quiz that you've made, you can preview to see what it's going to look like for students. And here you can see again, there's the 8 questions, and you can go all the way through all of those 8 questions. I'm going to close that out. Once you're happy with it, we're going to click the green arrows to go through. You might now want to say this is my week 2 quiz, and the description would be whole numbers and rounding. And we'll fix that. And then once that's done, you can save and close this and have it just waiting for you to give, or you can save and assign it to when you want your students. So if I go ahead and save and assign, and we do classes and report groups, I'm going to choose my fourth grade class, again following the green arrows through. Now you have the date that you can make this quiz available. If I choose today's date, Friday the 4th, it's going to send out to students right now, and I can't end up changing the date. If I'm like, well, I think I'm going to wait and give this next Friday, we'll go ahead and select that there. If I go ahead and put assign comprehension check, and again, you can do a due date if you want, or you can just leave it open. And now it's been assigned. If I want to manage my schedule and double check that it's there where I want it to be, I click on Manage Schedule, and I can see here is my week 2 quiz. It now is at a future date, and I do have the ability to change the date and move it to a different date if I want to, and again, change if I want to add the due date. You also have the opportunity if you decide, you know what, I do not want to give this to my students, and you can cancel it for all students. Okay, so that's it. So under the assignments is where you can create custom and go through and do that. And again, under Manage Schedule, you can double check what you have assigned to students. I hope that helps. Thanks.